Hey, this is Nola Ada, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie, right here.
Yo, what up, world? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday and every Thursday I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They push it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the kid Swift, baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rocking out here, baby. Let's get it.
Being humble get no respect.
Alright. It's your boy iDub once again with another edition of Quarantine Radio. Tonight on the show we have Mosca Flux. She's on her way in a few. Just to give you all a little update on what's going on with Quarantine Enterprise and Quarantine Radio. Like I said, we're doing a lot of updates on the website. Make sure you go check out the website, quarantineenterprise.com. You can also register on quarantineenterprise.com as well. We're looking for bloggers for the blog page. If you remember quarantineradio.com, I used to always have blogs talking about anything of your passion. I'm looking, before I only had sports bloggers, but anything that you are passionate about, you want to blog about, hit me up at info@quarantineradio.com. And we can work on as far as getting you on the actual. My bad, I'm messing up with these lights. But getting you on there, talking about whatever you want to go about and stuff like that. Also, you'll see the sponsor page. Anybody that wants to be a sponsor of Quarantine Radio. As you see behind me, we have the place where you can actually put your banner back here. And also on the wall over there as well. So if you're trying to be a sponsor, go to the sponsor page. You'll see all the sponsor packages as far as the platinum, where you actually get to put a banner in the showroom, or you can just have a banner on the website, have a little intro, ad or whatnot on the show or a commercial, whatnot. All the packages up on there. So make sure you go check out quarantineenterprise.com, see exactly how you can get involved. Also, you'll see all my video work up on there underneath the portfolio. The photograph right now just has my Instagram quarantine vision at quarantine_vision for Instagram has all those pictures up on there. I'm going to work on where I can actually post up all the pictures that I've taken on there, so you can actually see each category of what I'm doing and stuff like that. We're going to have the packages of photography work and stuff like that. So we're working on the webpage, working on the webpage. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna actually be playing a little bit of some new music, some old music. I just got a couple tracks in my library. So I'm gonna try to see what I can play some of this new music that I've gotten. But while we're waiting on our guest tonight, we're gonna kick it off. First track, Chris Kelly featuring Rick Ross with Me and You. If y'all remember, back in the day, back on Blog Talk Radio, we actually had an interview with her. But here's Chris Kelly with Me and You. Chris Kelly with Me and You.
Big boss, Rick Ross, big belly, rude boy, true king this. Zin? Huh? Yeah. She was a fan before the articles. Rolling Stone covers met her at the carnival. Tattoo sleeves looking like a bike gang. Sightseeing coming through in that new white thing. Pick up a friend and go right with the big belly boy. Peas and rice, champagne at the heliport. You want chat, but me really wanna see you twerk. Put on your square, baby girl, now show me what you're worth. Dawn, all I seek is the knowledge. Illuminated, so I'm not speaking college. 8 figures coming straight up out the projects. Black power, black dollars in my pocket.
You're the type of hustler I've always wanted. Calling shots like a boss, no cost what he bought. I flaunt it. Keep on crushing on my hips like I MCM. Show me off to all the girls like I'm with him. Let me all around the world, now we back again. I'm a pretty little thing that'll compliment you. Can't nobody hold
your bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I just fuck your bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. Roll a doobie up, smoke that now. Walk into the jewelry store, I need my diamonds right now. I can't change a thing, I tell them haters pipe down. Make them bitches wanna fuck, I need some right now. Money got me crazy, I can't lie. I'm believing I can fly. Want a girl that look like Keisha Cole with a body right. Smoking, drinking way too much, I made some changes in my life. Turning water into Sprite, man, it ain't even right. Hey, I get this money, let it stack. Hey, I get this money, let it stack. Hey, I just feel bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I just feel bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. Tats all on my body, swear I'm feeling gnarly. I just want a smooth drinking party, bro, let's get it started. Bed always rocking like the crowd at Coachella. Oh, wanna they say I'm a handsome fella. Foot up on the gas and I ain't letting up. I just want a Billy drunk, smoking hella loud till I'm feeling like my face is stuck. Girl, you know you're so fine to me. I just wanna rock your body till you fall asleep. Hey, I get this money, let it stack. Hey, I get the money, let it stack. Hey, I just feel bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I just feel bitch and now she starstruck. Getting to the money, yeah, it's all for us. I'ma get the bread and no letting up. I'ma get the bread and no letting up.
Got me going crazy. Plus be produced it. Lately. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Shout out Flux B, man.
Baby, you stay on my mind. I wouldn't mind giving you all of my time.
Tropical drinks and fine minks. Sitting right over the Cuban links. She love it cause it's real. She always did love the way it feel. And she always will. I pulled up with some Dawn and some crushed ice. Back rubs for a dawn off a tough flight. Tell me she hate it when I'm gone, she can't sleep at night. And by the time the bottle gone, we done up twice. She a keeper, so I keep her in. Fuck all that talking from the people, I don't sleep with them. Plus she hope I don't forget about her in and out of town. Black lace gown, she just wanna hold her down.
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Got me going crazy, just thinking about you lately. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Baby, you stay on my mind. I wouldn't mind giving you all of my time.
President suites and first class seats. Gourmet sweets, bon appetit. Whenever it's her and me in the sheets, don't have to speak. Catch us on the Sunset Beach for 2 weeks, huh?
Fly away, take us here to another place with my baby. I love it. I love it. It don't matter what the people say. I'm gonna love you anyways. As long as I'm with you, no complaints. It don't matter what we do. I love it. 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 You got me going crazy, just thinking about you lately. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Baby, you stay on my mind. I wouldn't mind giving you all of my time.
Can you tell me I'm the only one? Tell me I'm the only one.
Oh, So when you pull me, I push. You say you want me, so I got my guard up. It's time. I'm not in no rush. When I say go, please stay. Want you to fight for me all the way. It's not your fault that I'm this way. With you, I mean enough for you to not give up. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't break my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. A lot of niggas out here think it's cool to have a main and a side and a wife. Oh no. Let me make it myself real clear. I'm the only one you need in your life. I'ma give you all of me. Wanna have all of you. I don't wanna share with the world, and I know what I deserve as your girl. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't break my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that it's okay to give in. Tell me I'm the only one. Show me that you'll be here till the end. Tell me I'm the only one. Please don't go breaking my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. 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 I better be the only one.
I'm getting cake, so we wait on them to the days. Then I contemplate on fate, on how you give it chase. I ain't with the fake, I hate to be the band losing. It's love for hip hop, hard to be with the band. Let's go. Plus your man's rapping, and your hands clapping, and your fingers snapping. This ain't time for the acting, this is time for relaxing. Stop trying to fight me, stop trying to box me. But surely you got me, like Adrian, I'm blazing men if they gazing in. No hotels when I'm talking to days in. Cause you know I'm about to fast flow like Joe, and I don't wanna be the player no more.
Ran the streets to chase some skirts, and on the line I played the flirt, and I told some stories of my life, and I brought them home and said goodbye. Then I heard this cougar growl, we conversated for a while. She came up to my surprise, on her mission ride or die. Ran the streets to chase some skirts, and on the line I played the flirt, and I told some stories of my life, and I brought them home and said goodbye. Then I heard this cougar growl, we conversated for a while. She came up to my surprise, on her mission ride or die. I played the cool, kept my composure. Composure, baby. She came closer. Come closer. My eyes was closed and I still saw her. She's got me. She's got me. Falling in love wasn't my focus. My focus, she's baby. My own Beyonce. She's got me. She's got me. Movie screens and magazines, mama. Interviews and all these things, mama. What's my status? Check the book. And I accepted. I'm looking on Facebook. So what now? Booty like throwing at me, but I'm dodging. Cause shorty like loving me. Guess I slipped up. Now I'm caught up. Cause she's wifed up and I'm loved up. Hold me down, queen. She told me when she rocked the bed. She hold me. Make me cook food. I'm full. She feed me. Look me in my eyes. Say she's not supposed to be here when the sun rises. Be elsewhere when the sun rises. Could leave me. What she really want from me. She's got me. She's got me. Falling in love wasn't my focus. She's got me being my own Beyonce. She's got me. She's got me. Never at a club just to wanna turn up. Popping bottles, two-stepping all the way, turn up. Got me feeling young school girl, schooling me, teaching me, gaming me, slow down, trying to get the best of me. Her body's on fleek.
got you, baby, got you open, got you real tight. I know you're scared of loving, baby, but it's alright. I got your back and I'ma hold you down through thick and thin. Cause ain't nothing like your lover and your best friend. And I know the mother chicks was unreliable, but this is true love, it's undeniable. And now it seems that I'm the only thing that's on your mind. Cause now you got me and I got you and it was on time.
I played the cool, kept my composure. Close to baby. Oh, my eyes was closed and I still saw baby. She's got me, she's got me. Caught up with your lady. Focus, caught up with your lady. Caught up with your lady. She's got me. Now she has my name.
Yo, this is your girl Mosca Flux with an announcement to make. Yo, I'm sick of all you phonies. I need you to give me space. Have you ever had a hater not give you 3 feet? Tell them, dame espacio. To all you Facebook stalkers, tell them, dame espacio. To all you bugaboos, tell them, dame espacio. I've been getting money, getting cake. Give me room to breathe, give me space. Dime espacio, stay out my face. If you tryna play, please not today. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. I need 3 feet, I need my room to breathe. I need my space, I need my room to eat. I'm getting money, I'm stacking to my knees. No asking questions, I need my privacy. I got some goonies, you know they ride for me. It's La Familia, if it's a rivalry. You run your mouth, we'll put that ass to sleep. I got that real shit deep down inside of me. You haters wishing that you could ride for me, but no fugazis, I am a cavalry. We turning up out in these Raleigh streets. I'm on a mission, so give me space to breathe. These motherfuckers think I'm playing, but they not gon' test what you think I'm saying. Been getting this guap, been getting this dough, and ain't a damn thing changed. I'm a real ass woman, so when you see me, I'ma always act the same. I'm a real ass chick, so dame espacio when you hear my name. I've been getting money, getting cake. Give me room to breathe, give me space. Dime espacio, stay out my face. If you tryna play, please not today. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Stay out my face, yo. Stay out my face. These motherfuckers so damn trite. They invaded my life, they invaded my space. I need a break. You phonies fake. They perpetrate, they getting money, but they ain't. My crew's a wild one, cause I'm a wild one. Who gives a fuck as if it's something to be proud of? See, I don't fuck with strangers, cause that's a different story. Might leave you horror movie, fucked up, looking gory. I'm on some other shit. You must be talking to that other chick, cause I'm not the one that you should be fucking with. My Goonies body shit, leave you in the dumpster quick. We had a sticky situation, but we handled it. Sometimes it's real good, sometimes it's real gritty. When you're fucking with them boys from the Tri-City, cause we don't fuck around, we hope you fuck around. It'll more than likely leave you fucked up in your own town. I've been getting money, getting cake. Give me room to breathe, give me space. Dime espacio, stay out my face. If you tryna play, please not today. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Dime espacio, give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Give me space. Give me room to breathe, stay out my face. Give me room to breathe. Dame espacio, stay out my face, nigga. Yeah, stay out my face. Dame espacio. Dame espacio.
I
think I like that one.
We're back. That was our guest tonight. I'm gonna let her introduce herself before we get into the interview.
Hey.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's your girl Mosca Flux with it.
Alright. So I was looking over your bio and everything, and you're not originally from America and everything. When did you actually move down to America?
When did I come to America?
Yeah.
Like the movies? I was actually 4 years old when I came to the U.S. I was a little girl, but this is home for me, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my culture, my home still absolutely resonates with me. I am bilingual. I do speak Spanish, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you, is exactly like how does your culture actually incorporate into your music, and how do you actually intertwine that into your music?
Well, you know, I got some songs like you just heard, Dame Espacio, you know, so I throw a little Spanish in there, here and there. But as far as my like back home culture, like I'm from Panama, so Panama is like a melting pot, just like the U.S. So we're a mixture of like different cultures in itself. So it's not like I was raised to, you know, have certain beliefs in certain ways. I believe in God, you know what I'm saying? So America wasn't really like a big change like that. It's not far from, you know, from what we have back home. It's still city, it's still everything else just like that. So I'm very Americanized, in other words.
Yeah, because I know that with some artists and everything, like getting into like different cultures or different styles, the country and everything, it kind of expands their self musically and everything.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can touch on the Hispanic side and stuff like that. You know, like have you done a whole track in Spanish?
No, not yet, but I am working on that because I definitely want to take advantage of that. You know, so.
Reggaeton and anything.
You know, I got family that does reggaeton and stuff, and I'm not as you know, I'm not an expert, you know, in the reggaeton area. You know, I'm you know, so Americanized. I'm a femc. I've been rapping in English so long. I throw a few Spanish words in there, but all the way in Spanish, I haven't tested those waters yet, but I'm going to.
Okay. So, like, when did you actually know that music was your passion and that you had to embrace it and get into like the industry and stuff like that?
You know what? Music for me has always been a love since I was a little girl. Like, you know, my dad was a DJ. You know, my uncles, they were all in a band. They're still in a band to this day. Like, everybody in my family just naturally has a love for music. So it was inevitable. And I think probably by like the age of 12, I started freestyling. And even at that moment, through all those years when I was a teenager and I was rapping, you know, out on the street, you know how you do in the little ciphers and stuff, trying to battle with the boys or whatever. I could hang. But, you know, I didn't know how serious the business side of it could be. You know what I mean? Back then, you know, you just expressed yourself. That's what hip hop was. It was just a form of expression. And as I got older, I learned to actually, you know, format music. You know, when I started to learn to format music and make 16 bars and then make my hooks and then another 16 bars and actually concoct songs together, like, that's when I knew I was serious.
Yeah, that's one thing, like a lot of people, like, you know, the freestyles and everything, and like formatting, like you said, formatting, so I don't understand what 16 bars is, and hooks and stuff. So, like, what is your actual writing process? Are you one of those people that you have to be in a room by yourself, or do you write first and then get a beat, or you get a beat first and then write?
You know, to answer that question, I have evolved. I think with every MC, they can agree with this, that the way you write evolves with time. I am still that person that wants to be by herself when she writes. Like, they say your realest self is when you're by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So me in four walls by myself is my best friend, because that's when my realest expressions are really going to come out. Either I'm in the room by myself or I'm actually just driving in my car listening to a beat. So I got to have the beat first. So I get the beat first, and most of the time I'm on the go, and I used to sit down and write in my notepad, but now I'm so on the go that I've learned to actually just write in my mind. So I just recite, as I create bars, I just recite the bars in my head over and over again until I remember them, and then I just add more to it, and before I know it, I've completed a song. So that's what I've evolved to now.
Okay, so you just memorize your lyrics and everything. So
Yeah.
you're not one of those people that take out the smartphone.
Nope. Not no more. I mean, I never wrote in the phone. I always was true to the pen and pad. I was so true to the pen and pad. But you ain't always got a pen and pad, you know. When you're riding and stuff, I don't have time to necessarily sit down for like an hour or two and sit in the studio and write, you know. And I don't like to just show up at a studio and create something. I want to already have it down. I want to have my swag together and everything, how I'm going to say it, what my ad-libs are going to be. That's so to the point where I've got to memorize, like, you know, I already know the song, you know, and I get in there, lay it down, it's one take, and we done.
And I know that I talked to a couple of engineers, and they actually like that when
Yeah,
the person
a lot easier.
knows what they want.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like, that's money anyways, because, like, you sitting there, don't know what you're doing and stuff like that.
That's money.
The clock.
That's right. That's right.
And if you actually have somebody that's busy and everything, like, they might have somebody booked for another hour and you didn't even finish your song. So,
right.
So, yeah,
exactly.
it is good to always have your stuff together and everything. Another thing that you had mentioned is about learning the business side and everything. Like, when did you actually start getting involved into the business side?
You know what? I'm probably saying the last 3 to 4 years, as far as the business side, I started to learn to, you know, register my music, little things like that. Now, at this stage in my career, it's on a whole nother level. Like, you know, you got to get everything copyright. I mean, it's money. It's a lot of money that you got to invest in yourself. But I'm learning how things work on a commercial level now versus back then. I was just learning how to, you know, just put my things online and make sure that they weren't able to steal them from me, in other words. But now this side of the business, this is the marketing side, I would say, that I'm starting to embark on, and people are teaching me what sells and what's really a hit, you know what I mean? So it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. Frustrating at times, but, you know, it's a whole nother level, and it's all right.
So basically, like, when you have your music and everything, you have listening sessions and everything, have a group of people that you actually listen to before you actually release to the public?
Yeah, I actually have an entire team that I get their opinion from them, and then ultimately my management, I have to get the okay from them. And it's new for me because you know, when you love your music and you've been doing what you want to do for so long, ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. You can't tell me what I can do or how to do it or how to finesse my track. But, you know, if you want to really be successful, you know, if you really want to win, you got to learn to listen. You got to learn to follow in order to lead as well. So, and it's like I've been leading myself so long, you know, and managing myself so long that when I finally got some legit management, it was like, okay, now I don't understand how this works. You know, why are you telling me what to do? You know, I'm used to telling me what to do, but I know it's all for the good because they know what ultimately sells. They know, you know, what these A&Rs want to hear. They know how to get me a deal and how to package me the right way. So, you know, it's new. They are pulling me in so many different directions, and it's a good thing because you learn yourself on a different level and you amaze yourself because, you know, out of this, you know, I started to create a whole new sound, you know, and I don't sound the same. I'm not enunciating things the same. I'm taking my swag on a whole different angle, you know, and sometimes, you know, you might lay a verse down and they're like, you know, no, go do it again. I'm like, what? Again? You know, so, it's hard work. The business is no game. It's no joke.
Yeah, because I remember, like, I had my cousin in the studio and everything, like, he got frustrated with me because, like, he kept on doing his verse. Like, it's funny that the song that I recorded with him, like, you can hear when he got frustrated, he just kind of, like, slammed his headphones on the mic, but, like, that was his best take. And I couldn't get that out, but, like, I probably the only one that noticed it because I was in the
Because you
room.
know.
Yeah.
It bothers you because you know.
Yeah. But, yeah, because he got frustrated. I was like, do it again. But what made you actually go out to actually seek for a manager? Like, there's a lot of people, like, they feel like they can do it on their own and stuff like that. What actually made you go out to seek a manager?
You know what? My management was nothing but a blessing. Like, my management, like, you know, they say some things don't fall in your lap. Well, this really literally fell in my lap. you know. And then I saw somebody that, you know, just really believed in me. You know, shout out to my girl Jennifer Finch. That woman right there, she believes I'm a star, like, to the utmost. You know what I'm saying? So when she, is everything okay? Can you hear me? Okay. The way, you know, even though she, at the moment, she wasn't even my manager and she wasn't asking me to be my manager, the way she was pushing me, promoting me, and going so hard for me and speaking to people in the business about me, it made me want to ask her, will you manage me? Because I want somebody like you that believes in me so much, you know, that's going to push, you know, my work that hard, you know what I mean, to be going for me. So, she is one of my managers, and I also have another co-manager out of Atlanta, Zaki, that's working really heavy out in the ATL. So with those two connects, she manages me very closely here while he's pulling the strings in Atlanta.
Okay. And as far as branding and everything, because I see that you got your slogan and
Flux
everything.
with it, you already know.
How is it important for you feel like artists that are coming up to actually have that slogan or something like that to actually stand out?
You know what, it's super, super, super important, because that's one thing, that's the first thing and the easiest way for people to always remember you. And I remember when I first started, you know, performing and doing these open mics and stuff like that, you know, I was just doing what I love and just, you know, I didn't know really where it was going to take me. I was just doing what I love. And, you know, I popped off with the Flux with it slogan online, and I was like, Flux with me, blah, 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 whatever. And then all of a sudden I was going out to shows, and people were just walking up to me, and they were just like, Flux with it, I flux with you. But you see how easy, even if they couldn't say my first name, you know what I'm saying? That was the hardest thing. They're like, I don't know how to say her first name, but I know how to say Flux. So I flux with it. You see what I'm saying? So it definitely helps. I think everybody should have some type of branding, some type of slogan, you know, whatever you rep. So people, you know, it's just like, you know, like Beyonce, you know, and the beehives or whatever that she has, you know what I'm saying? And Nicki got the barbs, you see what I'm saying? Everybody has their own trend, their slogan, whatever goes with them. So I think people want to relate to you in some way. So yes, definitely make some type of brand for yourself.
And as far as the social media, because like, this is one thing that I noticed with some artists is like they will have one name on Facebook, one name on Twitter.
That's the worst.
Like
who are you? Right? Like, who are you, dude? You this person on this social media, and then this person on this outlet. Like, I can't match you up. I'm not sure if that's the same guy or the same chick, you know. That's number one no-no. Number one no-no. I think for me, I don't know if I even knew that was the right thing to do. I just did it since the beginning of time. I put Mosca Flux on everything because that's my name, and I didn't see any reason to change it, and that would be the easiest way for anybody, you know, to Google me. So if you Google me, any and everything that exists under the name Mosca Flux is going to pop up, you know, because it's all under that name. It's very important for all of your names on all your social media to match so people can find you. It's nothing harder than somebody seeing you at an event and you say your name on stage, but then your IG is under some old other, you know, whole nother name or some other nickname. How are they gonna, you know, how they gonna follow you? How you gonna get your followers up?
And even if you don't actually give people your social media, like if they Google your name,
it pops up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You Google me, everything in my mama pops up.
So as far as your body of work and everything, like when you're working on any albums or anything, or do you what are your past?
You know what? I am a crazy Gemini, and I can't seem to sit still. I swear, because I am working on two things right now, and every time I make a song, I go back and forth with myself on like what project I'm gonna put this thing on, and then ultimately I'm not finishing a project, but you know, I got an album that I'm working on, and I've got a mixtape. The mixtape is Mosca Flux versus the Baroness. So with me being a Gemini, you know, I got this alter ego. You know, I got Mosca Flux, she's just pure hip hop. And then I've got the Baroness, she's that sexy, edgy, crazy chick, that other side of me. And then that mixtape is basically them two going head to head, you know, kind of like T.I. and T.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. But I had the idea first. He just dropped before me. That's how that happened. And then I've got my album that I'm working on, and I think the album is a lot more personal. You know, it's a whole different side of me, and it's called H2O. Yes, like water. And I mean, it's not because it's just water. It's just, you know, because everything flows. I'm an air sign, so everything flows just like water, and I'm releasing. You know what I'm saying? So with me releasing, you know, my real thoughts and my real emotions, and I think that's why I called it that. So you're gonna see a whole nother side of Mosca on that album versus the Mosca Flux versus the Baroness.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was actually going to ask you as well. Is like, what was your thought process? Because like, you have people like I don't know, like you have people like Fabulous and sometimes Method Man. Like, they always go the hardest on their mixtape, but you see a whole different body of work when you actually come to there. It's basically I feel like the mixtapes are like just for the fans, and then like the album sometimes is just like a complete, like, to branch out to different horizon or doing that, like, kind of like
the commercial side.
Yeah, commercial
you
side.
You got it.
Yeah. Another word that I forgot. I don't know why.
It's mainstream.
No. I don't know why I'm forgetting the actual word crossing over and stuff like that.
True.
Yeah.
It's a whole new audience. It's true.
Yeah. So like branching out and stuff like that, because like you always want to expand your horizons and everything like that. So is that basically what you want to be doing with the album? Is trying to get a new following and stuff like that?
You know what? Probably subconsciously, I did it that way, but that's just really the way, you know, it turned out. You know, the album. I mean, for me, mixtape says, you know, mixtape songs. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, the mixtape was just, you go hard, you know, that MC just goes hard on every track, just give you some hot riding music and stuff like that. And like you said, the album is usually that complete body of work. So the album for me is just, you know, that other side of me, you know what I'm saying, to that complete package. More of my intellect, you know, and you know, just less of that go hard side of me. You know what I mean? But I think you're right. A lot of artists do that. I mean, you look at Nicki in the Pink Print. It was definitely not like what we hear on her features and how hard and snappy she goes on her features. And then on the Pink Print, you saw like a softer side of her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And as far as another way to actually branch out to other artists and everything, like how do you go about picking like what shows or you want to do and stuff like that?
You know what? In the beginning, you probably should do every opportunity that's offered to you. You know, I don't think that you should knock any opportunity, because whether it's, you know, 500 people in the audience or there's 2 people in the audience, one thing I learned from the beginning, and I learned this from other MCs, that no matter how many people are in the audience, you perform like there's a whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? You give it 100%, because, you know, you could have been at a bigger venue, and yes, you might have gained 100 new fans, but still, does that 2 fans that are standing in front of you today not count? You know what I mean? So you give them just as much as you would to those other 100 fans. You see what I'm saying? And those 2 people may be the ones that actually like buy your stuff out of those 100 people. You see what I'm saying? You just never know. They'll buy your shirts, they'll follow you, and they'll share your stuff. You know, you got real super heavy fans that are really committed. So, you know, just don't ever knock any opportunity. I think that as you grow, I mean, I think it's, you know, like they say, it's insanity to keep doing the same things over and over again. And if you are still doing the same things over and over again, then maybe you need to reevaluate your situation. But with that being said, I think that as you're taking every opportunity, you should be naturally growing. You know what I'm saying? You should be naturally growing your buzz where you're expanding into other cities and other towns or in other states, etc.
And the other thing that you mentioned, like even like if there are 2 people in that crowd, like you never know who that one of those people are.
Or who they know.
Yeah.
Never know who knows who.
It's kind of like 6 degrees of separation. You know about 6 degrees of separation?
No. I'm not a liar. I don't know.
See,
Don't front like I know.
Basically, when one person knows somebody else, they can meet you, link you up with somebody else, and stuff like that. It's a 6-degree separation.
No,
So
somebody knows somebody knows somebody. That's what you just said to me.
It's always like 6 people away from meeting somebody else.
I got you.
And now that I think about it, like, have you ever been on Lincoln.com?
Lincoln.com?
Yeah, like that's basically like for businesses and stuff like that. And, like,
Link. Yeah. I have.
They always have it connected where they show you like how many people are you away from that other person to actually meet them. So
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And that's just networking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Essentially, that's just networking with and every show that you go to. I mean, even if you're not going to events to perform, this is one other thing where I see artists kind of slacking is that they don't come out and support. And even if you're not there to support, come out for your damn self. Can I curse? Is that okay? A little bit. Okay. Well, come out for yourself and promote yourself. You at another event, you know that event is popping. You know people are going to be there. You know there's fans there. Come out, pass your flyers out, pass your music out. And in the same sense, you are supporting. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to necessarily just come out to shows because you're performing or your best friend is performing. You know, come out and help yourself. You know what I'm saying? And keep your face on the scene. I think that one thing we say out here is like ride that wave. You know what I'm saying? When that wave is done, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to jump back on. So you need to ride that wave. You know, ride it till the wheels fall off. Stay consistent.
I'm trying to think if I should ask this question way faster. Yeah, I'm gonna ask this question, right? Because you're actually the first person that I've actually interviewed that's actually got nominated for the Carolina Music Awards and everything.
I got nominated and I won.
Yeah, nominated and won.
Sorry. It's a little flex there.
I guess I should have mentioned that as well. As far as that, because I had people that have talked about not being nominated, and people like you, the first person, like I said, I talked to that actually been nominated. Like, how was that experience and everything? And like, how much work did you feel like you put in to actually get nominated and actually win?
In all honesty, I'd say the first year I got nominated, I think it was a surprise. You know what I mean? I shared it and I asked people to nominate me and whatnot, and I did get nominated. Then, no, I'm sorry, I'm lying. Not the first year. This is probably the second year, because the first year I got nominated for Best New Artist, right? I didn't win that year. The second year, I actually won, and then I made a little video. I promoted it in the whole nine. You know, I made sure that people logged on and everything and were voting for me in the whole nine. That feeling right there was amazing. I performed, and shortly after I walked off the stage, they announced that I won. And let me tell you, like, the girls I was up against, you know what I'm saying, they make noise in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So it was a good feeling, not to beat them, but to win, you know what I'm saying, amongst the elite. You see what I'm saying? And that day, I had my entire family with me, you know what I'm saying? So I had my mom, my husband, my kids come on stage with me. I was not playing. I was like, all the nights I stay out late performing, all the days I got to go to the studio, you know, every moment I spend, and I said this on stage, I said, every moment I spend away from my family is for a moment like this. It's for a small moment of reward that your state sees you or recognizes you and your peers see you. I mean, it's not like I won $1 million or I got a signing contract or anything like that. No, but it's just the fact that you are being recognized by your peers. It's just like you do all this work, and it is nice to get that little pat on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm going to go into a music break and everything.
All right.
And then we're going to come back and interview. I'm hearing from somebody that I've been trying to fix it. I try to see the people that are watching on Facebook Live.
How you doing?
Not catching the audio. So I'm actually working on that. But if you're listening on Spreaker, you hear the audio, you can go on Facebook, look at the visual and everything.
Y'all see me?
What happened is that what happened to the here, but I'm about to go into some music and we're gonna work on that and everything. First track that I'm about to play is Real Dynamite with 50 Black Whips. This is Real Dynamite with 50 Black Whips.
Benzes, Beamers, Porsches, Lads, Rovers, imports, stanced out, cambered out of this bitch. On my super sad fly shit. You know it. Looking real crazy. Dynamite, dynamite! Black whip, hit the floor like a funeral. Send me over. They say, damn, it must be 2 of you. 100 bad, playing through. This shit new to you. I'm ballin', not control. I'm guessing this what money do to you. Money, money, I got money, money, I'm counting up the Gouda. Racked up, catch me getting to the Gouda. I'm sacked up, cause bitch, I got money. 55 bins wagging like I robbed a bank. Get to the money, ain't no option, I ain't gotta think. Carolina, ship loads from the Outer Banks. 100 pair, long leg, just like Todd Banks. South got me out of space, Coop got me out of space. If you ain't talking money, what's them words coming out your face? Did a double money, triple when you're out of state, out of sight, out of mind. You broke niggas is out of place. All about that Benjamin said, bitch, I'm about that dog. Love my Spanish, I tell them talk to me in guap. She say Papi Chulo, use a whole enchilada and her pussy sweet as guava. Feed her up my chimichanga. Whoa, 50 black whips, hit the club like a funeral. See me they say damn it must be 2 of you. 100 bad, praying through. This new to you. I'm ballin', not control. I'm guessing this what money do to you. Money, money, I got money, money, I got money, money, I got money, money, I'm counting up the Gouda. Racked up, catch me getting to the Gouda. I'm sacked up, cause I got money, money, I got money, money, I got money. Shoe boxes in my closet, fill them up with 100. Chop in the 420 pound in the kitchen cupboard. 50 black whip, kill the club. Boy, I put you on the game. Phone same, young and get the money. Smack king, fresh from out the bean. I'm the black king. Bitch, I got that sack. The Marcus Cousins, I'm the sack king. Rap dope, fresh from off the boat. I'm the black hoe. Hair raw flow, dog food, catch the rap slow. Got the green light, going nuts, make the trap go. Dynamite stamps on the dope, make the trap go. Kaboom, blow, just going down, so make room now. Big bad roof, bought the coupe, blew the roof down. 50 black whips, hit the club like a funeral. See me might say damn it must be 2 of you. 100 bad, praying through. This shit new to you. I'm ballin', not control. I'm guessing this what money do to you. Money, money, I got money, money, I got money, money, I got money, money, I'm counting up the Gouda. Racked up, catch me getting to the Gouda. I'm sacked up, cause I got money, money, I got money, money, I got money.
Listen to this track.
Hey, little mama, what's up with you? I've been grabbing your attention from across the room. I got game, girl, and your friends the truth. But there's one thing that you gotta do. What's that? Get it, 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 get it. Hey. Get it, 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 get it. Turn up right now. She lit, she lit, she lit, she lit, she lit, she lit, she lit. Hey, work, 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 work. She lit, 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 she lit. Hey, work, 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 work.
in they feelings. Drop the top, I'm at the ceiling like I'm too cool. Yeah, you new. Extra bad. Super cute. You can't walk in my shoes. I don't talk, not to prove. She lit. Strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose, fling your hair and strike a pose, yeah. Strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose, wipe it down, strike a pose, yeah. Come on, why you wanna pop? Come on, get some commas in your pockets. Come on, always been a bad. Sing my name, I will obliterate your whole clique. Give me all your money if you love me. I should win a Tony acting funny. I got my own crib, you wanna keep me company? Yeah, we can go there, just tell your girlfriend don't cover me. Look at that girl, big old booty. You don't know me, don't say nothing to me. Change your life, give me one day. You can be just like me one day. On and on and on and on and on and on. Hashtag when you strike a pose. Bad bitches alive. Strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose. Fling your hair and strike a pose, yeah. Strike a pose, strike a pose, strike a pose. Wipe me down, strike a pose, yeah. Come on, why you wanna pop? Come on, get some commas in your pockets. Come on, always been a bad. Sing my name, I will obliterate your whole clique. Anybody wanna be somebody? Anybody wanna be somebody? They told me I won't be nobody. Told my mama I'ma be somebody. Apply yourself, you can be somebody. They told me I won't be nobody. Told myself I'ma be somebody. Told my mama I'ma be somebody. Nosy neighbors wonder how I get my income. Maybe you will mind your business when you get some. You wanna ride the wave, smile in my face, then you diss me. I see the scales on your snakes, keep it 150. Look at that girl, big old booty. You don't know me, don't say nothing to me. Respect my mind like Aretha say. You can be just like me one day. On and on and on and on and on and on. Hashtag when you strike a pose. Bad bitches alive. Strike a pose, strike a pose.
Hey, yeah. Free throw. Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it, yeah. Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar.
I'm on another level. Pockets popping, money dropping. I'm throwing parties at the crib, the club hopping. I got these boppers bopping, whips copping, there go bomb. Picture me rolling like Pac, my Lamborghini chrome. You looking gone, y'all ain't did nothing, I ain't did. My money long, I'm growing, I don't play with kids. I'm doing numbers, 20 summers, man, I'm ballin' really. You when you getting money lying, looking silly. I hold down for my city, Dallas real players. I being rich, nice crib with elevators. I do this for my haters, talking down so fake. I'm on another level.
Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it, yeah. Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar.
I'm lost in the sauce like a busted pipe. Them looking faking in front of this I don't like. I'm a boss, the cost. I blow racks. Late night in DGs, I blew like 50 racks. I ain't did that. Funny. Posting pic with a band, that ain't money. All on Instagram, frontin' for a couple likes. We ain't the same. I do this in real life. Harley motorbikes on the back of bad. I'm in beast mode. My hustle game savage. I'm living lavish. Every day I'm counting cake. I'm on another level. Bone ain't doing nothing.
Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it, yeah. Don't need no one to tell me I'm the man, because I already know it, yeah. I already know it. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar. I'm about to level up another level. Turn it up and get the cheddar.
I can't figure it out, are you in or out? Ain't no time to waste. Tryna give you a ring, but you gotta think for the fast life. And I'm ready to try with you. I'm selfish, can't nobody else have you. Let's give this one more try. Or am I wasting my time? You're still mine. Forever. We can still be together. We've been through so much, so don't give up, give up, give up. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought our love would last. Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end. How did we make such a mess of this love? You're my queen, don't make me settle for less love. If we did it before, we can do it again. Just give us one more chance. to have a happy. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought our love would last. Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end.
I never meant to happen like this, but something like a cocktail of love had a twist. You are my greatest bliss. Your lips revive me from a bad day. Sitting here missing how you would adorn my body with your love. Thinking about you, craving it more and more. I love you from your crown all the way down to your brown, brown skin. Then one day you emotionally went away, far away. So baby, can we work it out? Work it out, work it out. 'Cause I thought this love would last.
Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought our love would last. Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end.
Just like an open window. The ambassadors. You constantly make me feel like this. Oh yes, you do. And it's always around you and your friends. I got what's this. I try to piece it together, but it just don't make sense. But I don't know how much longer I can deal with this. I used to be in love with you. I still do, but I'm not gonna lie, I still do, but I can't be with you. You wear my love away, then I won't stay. It's really breaking my heart, but if I gotta go away, I'll go away. So you can really feel my draft like an open window, like an open window, like an open window, like an open window, like an open window. He's trying to tell me I don't mean this, but I gotta let this dude know that I'm so serious. So I'm broken hearted thinking about where we started. I don't know how much longer I can deal with this, but I used to be in love with you. I still love you, but I'm not gonna lie, I still do, but I can't be with you. I can't be with you. You roll my way, then I won't again. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I swear this thing is yours, it ain't for everybody. I swear this thing is yours, so forget it. I've been daydreaming about you. I'm in love with you. What we gon' do? Hey, then you call me and say you finna come through. I'm getting ready for you. And what we gon' do? Hey, hey, yeah. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I swear this thing is yours, it ain't for everybody. I swear this thing is yours, so fuck everybody. Ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody else. Just me and you, don't need no one to know these feelings. Know these feelings. Now if you ever leave me, I don't know what I would do. I'm getting ready for you, 'cause you're my boo. Hey, daddy, do you hear me? 'Cause what I'm saying is true. Do anything for you. So what we gon' do? Hey, hey, yeah. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I swear this thing is yours, it ain't for everybody. I swear this thing is yours, so fuck everybody. Ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody else. Just me and you, don't need no one to know these feelings. Know these feelings. I belong to you. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I never give my love and no way to nobody. I swear this thing is yours, it ain't for everybody. Ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to feel when you right here in my face? Ooh, that body looking good. You a 10-star in my hood. You made me wanna lay that wood. Hey, baby, are you ready? We ain't gotta go steady. Hey, baby girl, I wanna hear right now, hear right now, hear right now, hear. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over. Hey, baby girl, I want you here right now, here right now, here right now, here right now. I'm finna spread your legs like a wildfire. Now you talking like a Gemini. You ain't got no worries, I ain't gotta lie. You know I ain't tripping. Ooh, that body looking good. You a 10-star in my hood. You made me wanna lay that wood. Hey, baby, are you ready? We ain't gotta go steady. Hey, baby girl, I wanna hear right now, hear right now, hear right now, hear. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over.
right now. Here right now, here. I wonder if she know it. I'm about to pull that thing over. Hey, baby girl, I want you here right now, here right now. Here right now, here right now. Need you right now, need you right now. Need you here and now, need you here and now.
I saw this pretty young thing in the car when I was driving by. So I got the red light on purple and let her pull up to my driver's side. I don't mean to be rude, I'm staring at you. I can't help myself. You got attitude, you're sexy, cool. Girl, you bad as hell now. I was wondering if maybe, baby, we could talk for a little bit. If I could hold you in my arms for a little bit, then make love till the morning a little bit. Look at that girl, I ain't even hit it yet. Look at that girl, but shorty got me hella pressed. Look at that girl, she's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, she could be my Novocaine. Know me now, I know no pain. She's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, mine. Now you can tell by the look in my eyes, looking at your thighs that I want you. And I won't brag or waste your time talking about what I would do. But what I will say is I don't even need your touch for you to feel me. Give me a second, let me show you I'm the real thing. And all I really need is one night, I guarantee you'll never wanna leave. And I was wondering if we could walk for a little bit. If I could hold you in my arms for a little bit. Then make love till the morning a little bit. What you think about that? I ain't even hit it yet. Look at that girl, but shorty got me hella pressed. Look at that girl, she's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, she could be my Novocaine. Know me now, I know no pain. She's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, I got to have you. I really need you. I can't deny, girl, I need you by my side. Explore your inside to see what I find. And I struggle, never let you go. Look at that girl, I ain't even hit it yet. Look at that girl, but shorty got me hella pressed. Look at that girl, she's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, she could be my Novocaine. Know me now, I know no pain. She's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, I ain't even hit it yet. Look at that girl, but shorty got me hella pressed. Look at that girl, she's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, she could be my Novocaine. Know me now, I know no pain. She's so fine. Look at that, just wanna make her mine. Look at that girl, she could be my Novocaine. Know me now, I know no pain.
Alright, we're back. Hold on.
We did that.
Alright, we're back.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Like Verizon?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good,
Okay.
you're good. Alright, we're back. Lost track of what I was about to say. Oh yeah, I did see that you have been traveling up and down the East Coast and everything with your tours and everything. Going to there, like, how important is it to actually travel as an artist to expand your brand and everything? Because like most people, like they have this comfort zone and staying in their own state and building their brand in their own state. Like, how important is it for an artist to actually expand their horizon and go out to another state, try to reach out to their different fans?
It's very important. I think that I think it depends on the artist itself and how serious and how far they're trying to take it. Me personally, yes, this is a love for me, but eventually, I mean, I do want to make a living from it. You know what I'm saying? I think that that in itself is even rare because nowadays you got rappers sprouting up like weeds left and right. Like, oh, I just want to be rich. What's the easiest thing to do? Oh, let me rap. Oh, woke up tomorrow and I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So that happens just for the sake of making money, but for the love and to also provide, I think that's rare. But if you want to do that, if you want to be successful and you do want the riches and the fame, I want the riches and the fame, I ain't gonna front, then you do want to travel. You do want people to see you. I mean, I want the whole freaking globe to see me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stuck here. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's just common sense. If you're only comfortable here, then yeah, it could be just for the love, or you're too scared to really succeed on that level. You know what I'm saying? So it is different levels. It's up to you and what you want. But me personally, I want it all.
And like, what was like the feedback like when you go to other states and everything? Like, how has other states received?
I'm smiling. You know what? To be honest with you, like the love in other cities and other states is tremendous. It's crazy. Like, I went to Harlem last year, and like by the time I left the building, everybody had on a Flux with a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? I came in there, passed out my flyers. And one thing you must do is when you go out of state, when you go out of town, be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like my team says, don't be naked. You know what I'm saying? You bring your flyers, you bring your work, you bring whatever merchandise you have so people can get it from you. That way they remember you or they follow you. They have a way to, track you down. But when I got there, and since I was so well prepared, I was standing out like a sore thumb. And here was this little Carolina chick, They're like, you shine. I mean, I had some MCs, and I mean, I was up there with some of the best. And they just like, you shining in my city. Like, and it was like, I'm hating, they was joking. But, for them to say that was a compliment. That means that I came in and I did my thing, I represented, and I also came well prepared. So if you go out of town, please be well prepared. Please represent your city with respect. You know what I mean? So they don't take you as a joke as well,
Okay. And you mentioned merchandise and everything. Like, what type of merchandise you actually travel with and everything?
You know what? I think everybody should, everybody don't got a t-shirt line, you know what I'm saying, or a clothing line or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Whatever you have, just take it with you, you know what I'm saying. Whatever you have, if it's music, demo, mixtape, t-shirts, flyers with all your, all your links, all your website or whatever, your upcoming stuff, take it with you. Anything that you have where people can still follow you, that's the whole point. It's for people to everything is everything is internet bound now. So, you want to leave something behind. I just leave my stuff behind like breadcrumbs. I just walked in there and I threw my flyers all over the bar. I don't care if you're here for the show or not. You're going to see my face on the bar, and eventually you're going to stare at it so after so many drinks and you'll be like, let me look this person up. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
What social media platforms do you actually use, and like which one is more effective for you?
Effectiveness. You know what? I'm a Facebook girl, but Instagram is popping. I have Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, SoundCloud, Snapchat. I have a website. I have YouTube. I have Reverb Nation, which I don't really use that often anymore. What else do I have? I don't know. I try to be on everything. You got to try to be on everything, no matter how, small or major it may seem. You just don't ever know. When Snapchat popped off, nobody was really, like, messing with Snapchat like that. But now Snapchat is the thing. So, I got a Snapchat. So.
Yeah, I know, like, when Snapchat first came out, I didn't really too much get it and everything. But, like,
what do you do with this, right?
Yeah, it's kind of instant, getting personal with somebody's life and everything. Because, like, most of the time, most people are on their cell phone, Snapchat, and everything, so you get to know them personally. Kind of like I always bring this up and everything, like, the reality shows. Like, you know, people call it ratchet TV and stuff like that. Like, if you actually look at it, you actually can also get feel of branding and everything and stuff like that. Sometimes you do get that interpersonal with some of them, or well, some of them are being fake, but you get that personality with some of them and everything. Like, I know that they were talking about it. I don't actually know what happened with it. They were talking about Love and Hip Hop North Carolina. But like, would that be something that you would be interested into, like doing a reality show or anything?
You know, it's crazy that you mentioned that because I am actually going to be doing a reality TV show. It's not going to be reality TV in North Carolina. And I can't really say because there's contracts that are getting put into place. So it's a really, really serious situation. So it's a really, really good look for me. And all I can really say is that it's a very major network. You know, so it's a major network, it's reality TV, it's not going to be ratchet, okay? It is going to be solely for the music, and it is an avenue, you know what I'm saying? If you look at people like Cardi B, and she did Love and Hip Hop, look what happened with her, you see what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said earlier, take every opportunity that you can get. You know, I mean, I did modeling. I was never into modeling, but modeling is another thing that I can, you know, I can put in my profile. You know what I'm saying? So take every opportunity you can because you just don't never know how things, you know, it's you're building blocks. You know what I'm saying? And then you, like you said, you know, meet somebody, know somebody, know somebody. You know what I mean? So that's my angle with the reality TV. The world is going to get a chance to see me, know me, and hear my music. I mean, that's 3 wins for me. I would never say no.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that like I think like two artists that were one and done in those shows are the ones that actually branched out and their music actually came out. Like I don't know how many times Kate show was on there because I didn't actually watch it, but like she kind of took advantage of that and then left. But you see some of them that kind of linger on, and like you always see them in the studio, but never see
what happens after.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a reality TV show character per se, like for long live. That's not my career angle. For me, it's a stepping stone, and the show is actually being formatted in that way to serve that purpose. So it is beneficial, and it is going to be solely for that purpose, you know, for me to have that as a stepping stone. So on the show, I'm not going to necessarily, it's not going to be like, you know, I'm there to be, you know, someone's girlfriend or something like that. I'm really there because I'm an artist on the show. So I get to be me, you know, that's the blessing in it, you know, I get to be the real me. And, you know, I mean, of course, it's entertainment as well. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff that comes with it that I haven't embarked on yet, because, you know, like you said, there's situations that aren't real. And I think some of the situations may have happened in real life, but they may just happen to reenact them for TV. You see what I'm saying? Because it makes good for TV.
And I know that you mentioned your family and everything, actually balancing your family with your music career and stuff like that. Like, do you, what's your support factor as far as your family, as far as like you going out and having your family at home and stuff like that? Like, what's your support system with that?
I have 100% support. That is the greatest feeling, you know, like from my mom to my husband to my children. You know, my kids know my songs, not all the bad ones, okay? They're not all bad, you know. They don't say the bad words. I raise them right. You know, my mom supports. She's been supporting me since I was a child, and my husband is an MC. You know what I'm saying? 16-bar king. I had to drop that. Somebody said something about him earlier on the live. Where's the 16-bar king? He's here. He's there in the cut. My husband has been a major push in my life. Just because you when you think about it as a woman in this game, it's hard being a woman in this industry. And then being a beautiful woman, it's even harder because most of the time when I walked in the building, most people would be like, oh, if I tell them, if I just tell somebody in public right now, yeah, I'm a rapper, how serious are they really going to take me? Really think about it. It's just regular, everyday person out there. I'm like, yeah, I'm an MC, I go hard. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Why? 'Cause I'm a pretty face, and they probably assume that somebody told me that I could rap just because I'm a pretty girl. And then I always get that until I hit that stage and I grab that mic, and then I just blow them away, and they're like, oh, snap. So that's one thing that I can say he always instilled in me, is that no matter what, don't be accepted for being that pretty face. Be accepted for your actual talent, for your lyricism. Don't slack. Always go hard, 100%. I mean, there's a point where, he broke me down. It was just like, you got to go harder. It's kind of like my management now. You go from here to this point, and you're like, I'm doing great. I'm doing good. My city loves me. Everybody Flux with me, and this, that, and the third. I'm popping. Until somebody tells you, you know what, I see your full potential. Even if you think you're there, you're not there yet. And I can take you here if you just listen. And that's hard, because you're like, you know what, I think I'm doing everything right, but you know what, there's nothing wrong with growth.
True. And I guess one of the things with where you see where some artists don't grow is because they can't take that criticism.
It's hard.
And they're just kind of stuck in their own ways and everything.
Yeah, I've had those moments. I've had those moments.
You mentioned about your husband and everything being supportive and him being an MC and everything like that. Like, do you sometimes feel, because I know most of the time it's harder for females, because most females are just looked at as a sex symbol and stuff like that. Like, how supportive is he with that and everything?
You know what? The sex symbol situation really hasn't even come into play, because just like I'm dressed now, this is probably how I usually look when I'm at my events and I'm at my shows, unless I'm hosting or something like that, or doing a photo shoot. But my husband's always been supportive. But I think now what I'm about to embark on, like we talked about earlier, being commercial and mainstream and stuff like that, and you look at people like, that are in the game now, like Cardi or Nicki and stuff like that, you probably rarely catch them in this type of attire, right? So as a female MC, yes, that is going to change. I have two sides of me, so yeah, I can put that sexy on at any given time. It's not a problem. But it's probably going to have to be more consistent and like you said, be a sex symbol. I'm never going to do anything to disrespect myself, or take away my dignity in any way, shape, or form. But I think that there's a balance where you could do it with class, but it has to be done.
True. One of the things that when I talked, just a while ago, I talked to Princess Digital from Crime Mob. We talked about how
I opened up for her years ago.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, word up.
I thought she was one because I know that Diamond is the one that branched out on there, but I thought she was pretty dope as well.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we talked about when I talked to her is that it always seemed like in the rap game with the female MCs, they always had to have a male cosign. Well, what do you think about that, and having the first female that doesn't have a male MC cosigner just to get out there?
It ain't happened yet.
So you don't think that it's going to be possible?
It is going to be possible. We just not there yet. It's like having the first female president. You know what I'm saying? We not there yet, unfortunately. The game is still very male dominated, which is why my last statement was it has to be done. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not at a point where, women now today can just be regular like this and not have that sex symbol aspect to them. Back in the day when hip hop was a little more pure, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We had Queen Latifah, You know, we had people like Lauryn Hill, one of my favorites. You know, they didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But now, the way the industry is now, it's like you almost have no choice. You almost have no choice. And even the purest of the purest MCs are having to change, you know, their presentation, their swag, you know what I'm saying, just to be appealing, because that's what sells. You know, back then, we didn't have so much internet. We didn't have, you know, YouTube used so avidly and things like that. Everything wasn't so visual. The only thing that you got was the videos that you saw on TV and on BET. And if you liked the song, you liked the video, whatever, and you heard it on the radio, you liked the song. It didn't matter what the video really looked like. Now we have so much visual that you have no choice but to have to be attractive in a visual manner. Because that's what's actually selling now, is the visual and not the sound. Isn't that crazy?
One of the things that, because like a lot of times people try to get on females saying that they don't get along and everything, but like as far as Carolina music and everything, one of the things that I've actually noticed is that, because like y'all had that female cipher and everything.
Crazy,
and
right?
I've noticed that a lot of the female musicians, not just hip hop or R&B, like they stick together and everything. Like, what is it that y'all can like form that network and bonding with? Because like I said, females have a bad rep of like they don't get along with each other. But I look at the male aspect on the side. Like I don't see the males actually collabing like I see the females in North Carolina collab.
You know what? Because I'm so sorry, man. Men been acting real petty in the last 2 years. They've been acting like females. No disrespect. I'm not gonna lie. Amongst the women in NC, you know, there's tension. You know what I'm saying? There's always tension. But I think the thing about women is that we still know how to handle business. You know what I'm saying? We are serious about our craft, and it don't matter if you don't like me or I don't like you. You know what? If we here to make a hit, we're going to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we came to do. What you do don't affect me, and what I do shouldn't affect you, period. With men, I think that roles have kind of almost reversed. Like, the ego factor is coming into play a whole lot. Where women used to be that way, you know, real petty and stuff like that, we've come to a point where we're not being like that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of just, everybody just kind of in their own lane. Everybody's like on their own train track. Everybody's just consistently moving. You on that track, I'm on this track, you on that track. I'm not worried about what you're doing, you're not worried about what I'm doing. And I think that's how everybody should be. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I get into the mainstream, you know what I'm saying, like, with Nicki or Cardi and stuff like that, and people see the, you know, I don't know if it's just the internet, you know, that kind of like pins artists and female artists against each other, because I probably see it more, you know, on that higher level than I do locally amongst the women, to be honest with you. But I plan to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? No matter what nobody else is doing, I want to stay in my lane and do what I do best in my lane. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a safe spot. And I think most women have grasped that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we've been able to kind of work together and come together, or just, you know, if not, be in passing and be cordial with one another. You know, men, take heed, take notes.
As far as collaborations and everything, like with your album and everything, like are there any equal features that we might can hear with you on the album?
On my album?
Yeah.
You know what? My album, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm selfish. My album, when I think about it, my album is just me. My album is just me. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got plenty of features that haven't dropped yet. Some big names that haven't dropped yet. And I've got some local names that are big that haven't dropped yet, you know. So, you know, shout out to my boy Precise Politics. You know, I got a track with them and a video with them, and it hasn't dropped yet. Innocence, have a track with them, and that hasn't been pushed all the way. We're going to do a video for that. I got a track and a video coming out with Kenny MacGyver taking over that hasn't dropped yet. And I've got a few freestyle videos that haven't dropped yet. I'm just kind of like putting a whole bunch of stuff in my bag. You know what I'm saying? I think the month of November is going to be ridiculous. I think the month of November is going to be ridiculous for me because, you know, that's when it gets cold and everybody's inside. So now you can watch. You watch all that summertime work just start, you know, flooding in.
Ain't nothing wrong with that because J. Cole done went platinum 2 times with no features. So.
You know what? He probably didn't do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? He was just probably in the zone because I didn't think about that until you actually just said that to me.
Yeah, like a lot of people talked about it. Like I didn't really notice it because like one of the ones that I thought that they said he had no feature. I thought Kendrick Lamar was on it, but it was actually the previous album before that. So yeah, he probably didn't do it on purpose, but it shows like raw talent when you can actually do a whole. Cause, like you see
by
so
yourself.
Albums, yeah, you have so many albums that have flooded with features on it, and that person just always has like 16 bars on it and stuff like that. Because like I forgot which Carter it was that Lil Wayne had a person on each track, and it just feel like each track somebody just went in on him on his own album.
Like you can't have people body you on your track. That's you supposed to body them on the track. Then you don't drop that track. Okay, I've never had that problem, but I've seen people do it with me, and they don't drop the track. All of a sudden, track disappear, or you can have it. You can have the track. I'm like, really? I mean, what happened? But yeah, you don't let people go in on you like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not even about a safety net, you know, with the album. I think that with me, my album is just so personal that it is just about me. You know what I'm saying? It is about my feelings, and it is just all my songs, you know. It really wasn't done on purpose, I promise. But I got plenty of features out there.
And how do you feel about the North Carolina scene? Because like we talked about J. Cole and everything. Like I feel like he cracked the door for artists. And then like you had Music Mongrel, which I've been a fan of Joshua Gunn since 2006, and like just seeing him just evolve because like he kept like the concert that I actually saw him in, it was the Clips, him and Wale, and I became a fan of Wale that night as well. But like just seeing him evolve as well, and he has done in his independent role. And then like when Bow Wow came at North Carolina and you see him go at, like how do you feel about the whole North Carolina scene as a whole right now? And like, or do you feel like people are like taking advantage of this exposure?
Are they taking advantage of the exposure? You know what? I don't know what anybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I'm doing. NC, to be quite frank with you, unfortunately, we're a whole bunch of crabs in the bucket. Like, when we compare ourselves to other cities and other states, we don't, I'm not even going to say other cities and other states. I'm just say, like, an example, Atlanta. Artists come out of Atlanta left and right, but because they work together, they push together, they band up, they team up together, and then when they get that one person in the door, then that person is like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a rope. They start pulling on everybody else that came with them that pushed them to the top. That's how we're supposed to do. When I went to New York and I met with the other artists there, they were almost like how we are here in NC, but their situation was a little reversed because what they expressed to me was that in NY, there's so many rappers, it's hard for them to stand out. And here, since we're a little smaller, yeah, we have a lot of rappers, but probably not as many as New York, of course, you know what I'm saying? But on the level that we're on, as little as, you know, artists that we have, and we've got crazy talent in North Carolina. There's no reason why this handful, literally like handful of MCs or R&B artists shouldn't get together and push, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should have been put NC on the map on a whole nother level. No matter who comes out of NC, you know what I'm saying? Rhapsody, Ninth Wonder, or J. Cole, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? They don't know everybody in NC, you know what I'm saying? And truth be told, when J. Cole was out here rapping and stuff like that, I mean, it was probably, I mean, he was in open mics and stuff like that. I know my husband, you know, did battles with him back in the day in Chapel Hill and stuff like that. People won't, you know what I'm saying? People won't jumping on him until he blew. But everybody had to go somewhere else to blow. True. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, we're not really blowing out of NC. That's why NC artists really don't have faith in NC itself. Even myself, I'm like, I got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got to go somewhere else and venture out. Because like I told you earlier, when I went up north, I got crazy love. When I walked through the cities of Manhattan and I had this shirt on, everybody and their mama was like, Flux with it. Oh, my God, I love your shirt. You know what I'm saying? My girl is out in PA. She's in Pittsburgh. She's rocking Flux with it. Everybody's stopping her. The brand is crazy. But you know what? The thing about that is that here, it's almost like, since they know it's tied to me, it's like this we're so small. Everybody's a freaking rapper. It's like, I can't support you like that. There's not enough fans to outweigh the rappers. You know what I'm saying? When you're in bigger cities, there's enough fans to outweigh the artists, so people want to rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So they see the shirt. They have no idea it's tied to any artist or any name or any of the above. And they're like, yo, I just like the shirt. Then you see the purity in your creativity. That, you know what, I did make something great. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not getting love for it here, especially when you just hear, everybody sees it on a regular basis, and then after a few months, then, oh, that was a cool thing yesterday, it ain't even cool no more. People just fall off and stop supporting. You see what I'm saying? You don't have that consistent support, and that's the thing here. Nobody is consistent, you know what I'm saying, with that push. So that's our issue here. That's my view on North Carolina. I love my city. I love NC. I'm going to rep it to the fullest no matter how far or where I go. You know what I mean? But that's just one thing that we all need to do as a unit, as a state, is, like you said, everybody knows somebody. Pull the strings. You know what I'm saying? You believe in that one person, or you feel that person, you know, got that sound, that commercial sound or whatever to really make it, then push them. You know what I'm saying? To break in that door.
Yeah, you took a lot of words out of my mouth. Like,
I'm so sorry.
Especially like that's good. Especially like with Atlanta and everything. Like even like if Atlanta rappers are beefing with another Atlanta rappers, like you will see them gather together and help squash that beef and everything.
That's right.
Because like you had T.I. and Ludacris, then you had T.I. and Shorty Low and stuff like that. Like they squash that. Like you see so many documentaries on Atlanta, and then you also have Houston and everything. Like everybody try to be the king of New York, but then you, at the same time, like you see them go hard on tracks with each other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like that's another thing that I love about 90s hip hop and everything, because like you had so many collaboration with everybody. I tried to outdo it, but it was a fun thing.
That's
like,
right.
Everybody just went into the
studio
was
love.
And just went at it. And
that's
like,
right.
Another thing, like with the Wu-Tang, like you had so many people in that group, and like they
I was a Wu kid all day.
Like they competed with each other in a fun way, though.
That's right. And still love and respect, you know. And you know what? Rappers are too emotional now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all too sensitive. Y'all need to chill out. Real talk. That red wine talking, but I'm being honest. I'm being honest. You know, you know what's crazy is I watched an interview with Jay-Z, and he also said it. You know, when he said that Future line about, you know what I'm saying, maybe possibly, you know, if he would have, you know, if him and B wouldn't have worked it out or whatever, then he would have been in a Future situation with, you know, stepfather in his child's life, you know, and he clarified that, because people were like, oh, you took a shot at Future, blah, 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 blah. You know, everybody's like, eh. So he's like, nah, it just happened to play off his name, you know what I'm saying? But it was a fact, and it did relate to that situation. And no, I don't want to be in them shoes, but everybody's too sensitive now in rap. You can't even say something real without you being in your feelings about it. That's crazy. That's what hip-hop was meant for.
The one thing about Jay-Z is that people say that he's a subliminal king. So, like,
Nah.
Everybody always trying to find something.
Yeah, I ain't heard that before, but I guess you know what I'm saying.
He's always like 'cause they talk about like him taking stabs at Drake and everything. So like they always try to pick something from what he said, but like
They do that with everybody.
Yeah. But like his last album, like I'm not a big Jay-Z fan, but like his last album dropped a lot of knowledge on the game and stuff like that. So
he told y'all get y'all credit right.
So,
know what I'm saying?
We're wrapping up coming up towards the end of the show. Is there anything that we haven't touched on tonight that you want people to know about you?
You know what? What do I know? What do I want you to know about me? I want you to know that it ain't what you think you see. You know what I'm saying? Online, it's deeper than rap music. I'm an MC. And I love what I do. This is my passion. It's my love. I give my life for it. It is what I work towards for many years, 10 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fun. I'm funny. I'm kind. I'm loving. I can even be mean sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. And I think people watch us just for the sense of entertainment. Oh, what you gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? It's not for entertainment. This is my real life. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is what I live. The things I talk about, I really do them. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm one of those rare few that I actually do the things that I say. I talk about the things that I do. I live the life that I portray. I don't front. I don't stunt. And if I do flex, it's because I can. But I earned that right. You know what I'm saying? I earned that 100%. I came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think people sometimes see you, and this is not even my ending. This is my beginning. You know what I'm saying? Where I am now is just my beginning. But to them, this is, oh, you've evolved to this level. You know what I'm saying? And you think you this or you think you that, and you're boastful or you're this and that and the third. Don't get that misconstrued with confidence, you know what I'm saying, or the fact that you're proud of your accomplishments. And I think that we all have the right to be, you know what I'm saying, as we grow and we continue. And I've got a long journey ahead of me. Like I said before, this is just my beginning, you know what I'm saying. Keep watching. Stay tuned. You guys follow me, Mosca Flux, MOSCA FLUX on everything, or moscaflux.com. Catch me on TV, baby.
Alright. And the one thing that you mentioned and everything, like investing in your craft and everything, because like I think I glanced over an article where I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I just know that he spells black with a 6 in front of it. So I'm not sure how he pronounced his name or everything.
Probably black.
Well, maybe. But,
just being creative.
Yeah, it said that it took him 8 years to make money off the rap game.
That's real.
And like I talk about this story, and somebody told me I need to stop talking about this story because like my boy Q, like he's a PR and everything, and he sent me the track for Fetty Wap, Trap Queen, and I've said it before. I thought it was garbage when I heard it, and I thought he was joking when he sent it to me. That man pushed that single for like 2 years before it got hot. And like I remember, like I was sitting there and I was listening to it on radio. Like I've heard this song before.
Right. And I think that song was actually older than 2 years before when it actually popped.
Like he pushed that one single so long, like he believed in it that much.
Yeah.
And he pushed that one single.
You got to. That's why you have to be consistent. One thing that rappers mistake, biggest rappers mistake, is that I'm gonna make like as much music I can possibly make. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, you gotta have that one single, that one hit, that you continue to push that no matter what show or what event you do, someone in the crowd knows that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got Dame Espacio, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't know that song is 3 years old, you know what I'm saying? But that's a hit single, and that's going to hit the radio, you know what I'm saying? Just like Trap Queen. And every show that I do, they're like, oh, you have someone in the crowd that's like, oh, I've heard that song from her before. Even if everything else is brand new on the set, they've heard that song before, and they start singing, Dame Espacio, give me space. Now, all of a sudden, you've created a wave in that audience, and everybody else is doing it too, because people are followers. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else, if one person in the audience start rocking with you, everybody start rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about necessarily how much music you make, you know what I'm saying, but how consistent you are with pushing that single and how you believe in. Like you said, that's a real story right there. You know, Trap Queen was, I don't even know, I think it's older than 2 years, and then it finally popped.
Because my boy, Snipe, like, he's touring with Chris Gotti, Irv Gotti's brother and everything, and when I told him that story, he said that Chris Gotti actually heard that song too before it became popular, and he didn't like it either. So, like, I think he said that he made some changes to it, but like you said, and then I know somebody else that I was talking to, some artist that performs. There's one track that they don't like themselves, but it gets the crowd hype and everything, and like they just riding the wave off of it because that's what
people like.
Yeah,
it's so true, and it's crazy you say that because my management told me the same thing. It's tracks. They send me sometimes, and I'll be like, I can't rock with this. I don't like. They're like, trust me, do this song, okay? Blase blah. This is a hit. There's so many artists that they tell me about in the game. You know what I'm saying? That did certain, like some of the greatest hits ever written. You know what I'm saying? Were songs that artist did not believe in, that they themselves did not like. And I really didn't know that until now in learning the business because, like I told you earlier, you want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
As an artist, you want to do what you want to do, but you have your own personal ear, but you don't have the ear for the masses. And there are people that are gifted that have the ear for the masses, and they tell you, listen, this is what people are going to want to hear. This is what they're going to like, even if you don't like it, and this ain't your lane or whatever. You'll be good at doing it, and you'll kill it, and you'll sell. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, because my other boy, Madison, like, he had one track that he thought that was going to be the hit. People didn't receive that, and then, like, he had another track that he didn't really feel like was the one, but that was the one that people received.
Ain't that crazy? It's always the one you don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You can't control what your audience receives the best from you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember as an artist that what you like personally is what you like personally. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that that's going to be your mainstream hit. So, be open-minded at all times. And one thing that I try to do is observe my audience. So when I'm on stage and I perform certain songs, I wait to see their reaction, how they receive it. You know what I'm saying? Do they follow me, you know what I'm saying, all the way through with the song? Or are they still live with me the whole way through? Or are they kind of just mellow, you know what I'm saying? Or in this next song, do they get really hyped? Do they like this one? You know what I'm saying? You do all that when you're on stage, you know what I'm saying, when you're actually performing live.
And mainstream artists is doing the same. Like, I see them on social media. They will ask when their album drops, they ask their fans, which one should I release as my single next, and stuff like that. So
that's just the easiest thing to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, listen to the album. What you think is a single? If you've got 20,000 people telling you track number 3 is hot, yeah, listen to them. Don't go with track number 6. You know what I'm saying? go with track number 3. I mean, I just think it's common sense. No matter what you think, at the end of the day, you're not just making music for yourself. And I think that's where we all make that mistake that, you know, and I did myself personally, because I love music so much that sometimes I just make music for myself. But you got to remember, you got to make music for somebody else. You got to make it relative to somebody else. You got to make them feel, you know what I'm saying, the music. That's when the music becomes great.
Well, I appreciate you coming through, chopping it up with me and everything.
Yes.
One more time, can you give people your social media and everything?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having me. You guys have treated me so well. If you know me personally, then you know I love wine. They've treated me great. Please make sure that you follow Quarantine Radio, okay, and that you tune in. You go to Quarantine Enterprise, right? .com, okay, and that you also follow me on moscaflux.com, and that's MOSCAFLUX. That's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything, Twitter as well, okay? Flex with it.
All right, I appreciate that, and like you said, make sure you go to quarantineenterprise.com. It has every link to everything, to Spreaker, our YouTube, our Twitter, our Facebook, and everything. Make sure that if you're listening on Spreaker right now, make sure you hit that follow button and everything. Keep up to date with each show and everything. Other than that, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I got to actually check to see who we have on the show for next Tuesday. But once again, appreciate you tuning in. This show has been Quarantine. We'll see y'all Tuesday.
Hey, this is Nola Ade, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie, right here.
Yo, what up, world? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday and every Thursday I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They push it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the kid Swift, baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rocking out here, baby. Let's get it.